Right. So we would first, I'd first go and look at, let's get that written report from the current school. Because if they're already being able to identify that they believe that need can't be met next year. Evidence for refusal to assess for mediation. We do, and we attend refusal to assess mediations as a business. And it's all about evidencing the threshold. And that's sounds very basic because it is. It's not basic if you don't know what to do. So don't ever think that anybody would ever expect you to know what to do. Our EHCNA webinar be really helpful to you for identifying the amount of evidence to meet the threshold. The next thing we'll be looking at is how much special educational provision does the child need that's above and beyond what is usually provided in a school. And so then we'd be having a look at anything that the teachers are saying, where your child is at, and what's recommended in. Yes, ASD, ADHD, DCD reports are diagnostic, and quite often the provision that is put into those reports is very generic. Parents don't often realise that. They get it and it says, for an EHCP, we would say. And it's the same thing, it's just insert child's name here. Sometimes they do have quite specific, this child has got X, Y, and Z, which should be provided for at school, and we would recommend. You're looking to go through all of your evidence that you've got and finding where that special educational provision, because you're not, this is until an assessment has happened, there can be no definitive answer. All you need to do is evidence that there's potentially the need.
Yeah. And you're right, Sarah, our EHC needs assessment request webinar will tell you exactly how to do that, what the law is, how to structure that, and how to prepare a mediation report as well for refusal to assess. Yeah.
And we've got a blog on it too. There is a blog there. And
yes, there is.
We have there's a YouTube clip from another drop-in that gives you refusal to assess criteria and how to go back through that. But it's not unusual. Local authorities are kicking out EHCNAs because they know.
Most parents won't challenge. Yeah.
And a challenge, absolutely, for refusal to assess mediation. It's absolutely worth it, but you've got to get your background work done. You can't just tip up there and go up, let's talk about it. Let's put up a beanbag and let's have a chat. You've got to be able to evidence that. You've got to be able to, if you can provide a document to your mediation advisor that you also then forward on to your local authority prior to that, showing them any additional evidence that wasn't made available when you put the initial application in, any evidence that you've got that says, look at this, this is the threshold. Of course, my child meets the threshold. I mean, what on earth are you looking at? And then local authorities also know, well, it's papers. It's a paper hearing for refusal to assess. And I think Anna's the appeal queen. What are they at, Anna? Is it 5 months for that?
5 months, yeah, for refusal to assess. Yeah.
You're looking at half a year before you've even started on anything as far as the local authority concerned. But on papers, that's still sooner than what are in person. They're
12 months now. I mean, it's not unheard, anywhere between 10 and 12 months for an in-person appeal now. Yeah.